Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com, talking today about asking for help. We have talked a lot on this channel about networking, about reaching out to people that you know, that you don't know, building a circle and a network of friends, either through your writers group or through a show you've been on or something you've worked on or your community. And once you've done that, one of the most important and powerful things that you can do is to reach out to them for help. It's one thing to network generally, to say, let's get together and all of that. And all of those things are covered in other videos. But for today, I wanted to talk about the process of asking for support from people in your network. Now, recently, I was working on a project and I got a bunch of notes that really sort of confused me. I asked enough of the people who I was working with in order to get a sense of clarity about what they were talking about. But then I was still having issues with the notes. And I found that I was carrying around for several days this kind of rumbling in my soul around, well, how do I address these notes? And should I address these notes? And are they good? And, are the notes good? Are they fair? And what do I do with them? And what I realized is I was so busy moving around in the mental space of my consciousness, my brain, that I thought it was time to bring in some other voices. And that's really where I think I knew I needed to reach out for help. Now, I say this as an instructive space, partly because I know that it's my habit, and probably yours too, to keep so many things to myself. There is certainly a thing out here in Hollywood, and I think across the country, where once you get to a certain level as a playwright, as an actor, as a musician, as a novelist, there's a certain amount of sort of adult, like, I will handle this kind of space. And I think it's really important at times to push through that and say, well, I could really use some other thoughts and some other opinions. So I felt like I was in that place. And here's what I did. I made a little mental list of who I could reach out to, and then I sent a text to two people who in my community who I thought might be really useful to hear from. And I asked whether they were available in that particular 24 hours to talk to me about what was going on with this particular piece and these particular notes. Both of them said yes. They designated what time they were available. I reached out and I had a full conversation with each of them, downloaded my experience, my feelings, the potential options, and what I sort of hated about the whole process, and got some really wonderful feedback from both these people, one of whom basically suggested that there were ways to enhance the solutions that might allow me to feel good about it, and just to recognize that these notes are the kinds of things that happen all the time. And the other person gave me some support in terms of acknowledging that for her, she'd received similar notes on a project and found the same sort of challenge and answered it in a particular way to the best of her ability. And she really encouraged me to do what I could in terms of those notes and then let the rest go and let the chips fall where they may, and trust that the process would unfold in a good way. So with those two pieces of advice, I came back, percolated with myself, and then went back to the piece and did some rewriting that I felt pushed it a little bit further. And I managed to do that in a sense of peace, groundedness, and gratitude, because I'd received this feedback from other people, and I felt a bit more hopeful and confident in my response to the notes that I was given. So that's how you do it. And I really support you in having your own process of making your list of people, reaching out to them by text or email or however you do, finding a time to meet, sitting down and downloading what you're up to, hearing their response, taking note, pulling that in, and then responding from there rather than handling it on your own. It's a great way to, I think, enhance your writing process and your artistic process in general by reaching out to other people for advice and support and reflection. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I put new videos on this channel every single week about the writing life. Go to yourcreativelife.com to find out everything soup to nuts about the coaching that I do, the classes that I teach, the one-on-one workshops, the script reading, all of that. And also you can sign up for my free newsletter, which comes out every month, and listen to the Secret Writer podcast, which is everywhere you find podcasts, which is all about the inner life of writers like you and me. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.